To be honest, like so many times we're focused on all of our goals and trying to achieve them, and we think that like once we achieve them, everything will be fine. But I just keep seeing this again and again in my own life. Like you work for so long, maybe you work for like 99 days, and then the goal is achieved on the 100th day, right? Then you continue working for 99 more days, and you have the same cycle. So it's like if you can enjoy the process, you're just going to enjoy your life so much more, because I would say 98% of your life is probably just a journey. You're going to continue getting better, and that's the thing most people don't realize. Like when you get successful, there's going to be the next people above you that you're going to continue to want to like keep growing with. And so that's why like being successful is a moving finish line. It's never actually there, like unless you describe it very specifically. But even then, even if you said, oh, I want to make $1 million a year or something, when you reach that point, you're going to want to do the next thing, because you're going to feel exactly how you feel now. You're going to feel like, oh wow, I can buy a bunch of stuff, I can do a bunch of things. But you're still going to feel like, I want to keep doing stuff, I want to keep growing, I want to keep improving. That feeling like never stops. That's something you have to like really keep in mind, that no matter what happens, is like you always have to keep pushing yourself, keep growing. Because if you're not growing, then you're just stagnating, and then that's what happens. Like the Loom like co-founder sells his company for like $1 billion something. He has all the money in the world that he needs and doesn't have to work again, but now he feels depressed because he doesn't have a purpose. So it's like the money is not the issue. It's like actually the journey is the whole thing, and people love that journey of like continuing just to grow. So I think just so many people idealize success way too much, including myself. And you have to just value what you have now and realize that one day you'll make it. As long as you don't give up, you'll make it. But enjoy the process. That's my biggest tip, because otherwise, if you're not enjoying the process, you're going to lose motivation and you're not going to end up becoming successful. I also think the hardest thing is right now with like social media is that you have all these like super young people becoming really successful, and they start to take up more and more space on your feed. And so you think that like, oh, this is representative of everybody. But then if you get off of like your app, whatever, and then you go outside, you realize that like a lot of people my age, even older, have not reached that level of success yet, and that it's actually pretty extraordinary to do so. So I think it's just a little bit of like how you can motivate yourself. Sometimes you get overwhelmed because you feel so far behind, but it's like there's people out here making millions of dollars a year who still feel very behind, and it's all because of comparison. They're comparing themselves with the next people above them, and it's a good thing in a way because it keeps pushing them to like do more, kind of improve themselves no matter what. But it can also become a problem because you're going to start to feel discouraged. But sometimes you have to really take a reality check and just be grateful for whatever things you have now. Don't let that gratitude really like stop you from having the fire to continue just pushing forward and desiring more. But just use it sometimes if you ever get overwhelmed, because it's very easy to like feel like you're so behind. But typically, as long as you're working and trying to get better, you'll look back and realize, oh wait, I'm not that far behind as I thought I was. I think a big thing for me too is realizing that I need to stop idealizing stuff. I talked about this before, but there's so many times when you just think, oh, if I was successful, my life would be so much better. But I've started to realize that like certain experiences, you can't really put a price tag on them. Like it's very, very difficult to say, oh, I would rather have this than that, or it'd be so much better if my life was like this. Because when you actually get to that point where you do have, let's say, a nice house or do have a nice car and that kind of stuff, like you're gonna have a lot of other problems, and you're gonna be older probably, and you're gonna look back and kind of wish you had like better times when you're younger. So it's really a balancing act of seeing how much can you work, how much can you also enjoy life at the same time, and while like rushing towards your goals. Because my goal is to just have no second or minute be really wasted, and I want to just keep growing and learning as much as possible in all aspects of life. And then in order to do that, you really have to just be super productive and utilize as much time as you can every day to just work and try to improve yourself, because there's only so many hours in the day, and if you are utilizing them to their fullest, you're going to be able to grow to your fullest. But if you're not utilizing it to its fullest, then you're just going to be struggling a lot, and you're going to end up with a lot of wasted potential.